friends, and welcome to FriYAY. I love it. Just saying FriYAY makes us feel better, doesn't it? Just makes us feel like everything's going to be okay. I hope you have survived this week. If you are here listening, watching right now, that means that you have. So we are going to do a little bit of an extended forecast for the 17, 18 and 19 of January, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And today I thought I would have some fun with my charms and with my, oh gosh, what are these things called? I don't know. They're tarot cards, but they are tiles, they are little stick figures, and they are just absolutely fabulous. So we are going to cast insight for the next few days to see what is it that we need to be aware of, what is it that we need to be mindful of, what do we need to know about the next 3 days, where do we need to be placing our energy, where do we need to be placing our attention. So basically the way that it works is I put my hand in and I shuffle and move them around a little bit, grab a few. We don't want to grab too many because, you know, too much just complicates the message and the message isn't clear. We want simple, clear, concise, precise messages. So I'm going to grab a few charms and I'm going to grab a few of the tarot, drop them on the table and see what message comes through. So let's get these out of the way for now. And let's get started. So as you can see, I'm going to start with the charms, giving them a good shuffle, putting my hands right down to the bottom, bringing up just a few. I don't know how many I have. I have 4. That's good. Well, I like those. Right, let's get them out of the way. And now let's do the same with our tarot. So again, shuffle, 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 making sure to move them all around, giving them all a chance to come through. And I've got 2, okay? I feel like I want one more. That one. All right. So we have some stuff on the table. When tarot lands face down, it loses a little bit of significance, okay? So this is my interpretation. This is the way that I read them. So when it's face up, it tells us, right, look at me, I'm important, I'm relevant, and I'm significant. But when they face down, it's almost like they're saying, I'm important, but I'm not as important as this fella, all right? So I'm going to leave them like that for now, but let's look at the charms. And actually, I want to zoom you in a little bit that you can see, so bear with. And just like magic, boom, zoomed in. So I haven't moved them. I haven't touched the charms. All I've done is just, like I say, zoomed in on the image so that you can see very clearly. So I want to start off with this one over here, which is my interpretation again, because charms are very personal and everybody interprets them in their own way. But my interpretation of this one is healing. Okay, that this is a time of healing. This is a time of understanding yourself, your life, your situation, your circumstance, but not just understanding it and receiving the knowledge and the healing. Because when we understand what we're going through, when we understand why people are reacting and responding to us, when we understand the reason why people are, why we feel the way we feel about people, suddenly we can heal from that situation. But when we try and force a person to do and to be what we want, to understand what we're saying, then suddenly we create conflict, we create challenge. But this to me is the card of, well, the charm of understanding, but understanding that brings healing. And then this charm over here, just to bring it closer so that you can see, is just a little star flower. Okay, and again, to me, flowers, when we have, or is that a starfish? But even if it is a starfish, I don't know if it's a flower or if it's a starfish. So I'm going to give you both interpretations, right? Is there anything on the other side? No, it's exactly the same on both sides. So my interpretation of flowers, when we receive flowers, so if somebody gives you flowers, it is a form of healing, isn't it? So if your significant other has had a fight with you and they bring you flowers, it's an apology, it's a form of healing. If you are unwell and somebody sends you flowers, it's a form of healing. If there is a funeral and people send flowers, it's a form of healing. So I always see flowers as a form of healing. But now if we take this particular charm and we shift it into being a starfish, starfish have the ability to lose one of their 5 limbs and regenerate, to heal Okay, so whether it's a flower or whether it's a starfish, it still represents healing. It still represents getting better, okay? Recovering from where you are now. So here we have understanding, and here we have healing and recovering. And then we have this little interesting charm, which is I'm going to call it a lock. I don't know what else to call it. It's a lock, okay? So it's one of these where you turn this little thing. It's in the shape of a key, but you turn that, you slide it open, you put your keys in, and then you lock it all in, and all your keys are there. So this is is it a key lock? All right. But what does it do is it holds things together. And then we have Father Time. We have a little miniature clock, and it is showing that it is, what's it, 10 to 2, um, which is where your hands are supposed to be on the steering wheel when you're driving your car. But we have time. So we have holding it together for time, understanding, and we have healing. So those keywords are already speaking volumes. Well, to me anyway. I'll put the story together in a bit. Let's just bring the tarot in, and then we'll really see where we're at. So we start off with the tarot that is face up. And this is our Knight of Pentacles. Now, we have 4 knights in the tarot, and all 4 of them are depicted on horses, and only this one, only the Knight of Pentacles is the only one where the horse is not moving, where there is no action, there is no progress on the horse. The horse is standing still. Because our Knight of Pentacles, he's very logical, he's very practical, he's very down to earth. He's not so gung-ho like, I'm going to charge in and I'm going to do and I'm going to accomplish and I know how and I'm gonna, and he's like, hold a second, let's just breathe for a second, let's just survey the land, and let's just look at what's out in front of us so that we can make wise choices. So he's fully prepared and fully able to go in and do, but he's saying, let's be smart about it, let's be clever about it, and this is what we need to do. So now let's look at our 2 tarot that turned face down. So remember, they are still important, just not as important. Their message is slightly less relevant than that one. So the first one we have is the Moon card. And the Moon card, friends, is about facing your fears, facing your doubts, facing your insecurities, but also trusting your intuition. It's interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave it over there because actually I'll put it up top because we're still going to count it, but just not as much as we're going to count that one. And let's have a look at this one as well. Oh, look at that. We have the Justice card. So 2 major arcana cards that come through. So Justice is the card of truth. It's the card of doing what is relevant. It is the card of understanding consequences of your actions. But it is also the card of saying that there is a right and a wrong. So we're going to bring them in. But now let's look at the 5 that we have here. So the message that I'm getting quite clearly, now I'm going to remind you, we're doing 17, 18, 19, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of January 2025. It's literally just for the 3 days. The message is that this weekend, there will be opportunity for all of us to gain understanding, comprehension, and healing around the situations and the circumstances in our lives. That we will be able to comprehend everything that is going on. And just to put things into perspective, as long as we are not rushing into anything. So, and that's why we've got time here. Time is telling you, take your time. There is no need to rush. So if something happens on Friday, you don't have to react on Friday. You don't have to respond on Friday. Hold everything together. Hold everything together. Piece all these bits of information together. Gather. Keep it together so that when you are ready to confront, when you are ready to speak out, when you are ready to respond and to react, you do so from a place of truth and from a place of understanding. Now, the Moon card here, I did say when I gave keywords, I said to you, it is a card about facing our fears, our doubts, and our insecurities. So sometimes when we have to face a situation, sometimes when we have to have that particular conversation, it can be quite scary and daunting and overwhelming and all of those kind of things. It can be because we're not really confrontational people. There are a select few in this world who are very good at confrontation and who don't have a fear for it, but majority of us don't like it. Majority of us would rather, not say anything than say anything. So having to have a conversation about where we almost need to express ourselves in an open way, it can be quite daunting. It can be quite scary. So this is why the Moon card is there. But the Justice card is telling you that this is something that you have to do. This is something that absolutely must happen. So we can't go, oh no, you know what, I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. No, friends, there's no letting go. We have to heal. We have to recover, right? There's our flowers slash starfish. We have to heal. We have to recover. And the only way that we can do that is by gathering everything, knowing when the time is right before we jump in, charge in, and get busy. But get busy we will. Charge in we will. Act we will. Okay? Not only we will, but we have to. That's what the Justice card is saying. We have to. And the Moon card is saying, yes, it may seem scary, it may seem daunting, but it is absolutely something that you need to do. Because without it, there can be no recovery and no healing. And these were the first two that I looked at. These were the first two that I spotted because they are the most significant and the most relevant. In order for us to heal, in order for us to recover, in order for you to feel better about life, in order for you to actually step into Monday with renewed energy, with renewed vitality, with renewed outlook, we have to do this. We have to heal, we have to recover, and the only way that we're going to do that is by facing and doing the things that we need to do. But a reminder, you don't have to run in, you don't have to rush in, you don't have to do this all on Friday. So we're going to start on Friday accumulating information, knowledge, and understanding, accumulating all of the information. We're going to wait until the time is right, and only when the time is right. And these two are both saying that, wait, there's no need to be bull in China shop, because bull in China shop never goes well. Fine China gets shattered everywhere, right? So bull in China shop is not a good strategy. This is about just being mindful, being cognizant of when the time is right, and then you can step forward. And when you step forward, you know that it's going to be okay, in order to bring about healing and recovery that is necessary in your life right now. And I also want to just say 17, 18, and 19 of January are the last days of Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn are very about structure and play, but they're very much about doing things the right way and what is appropriate and what is relevant, what is significant. Monday, we jump into the zodiac sign of Aquarius, which is a whole nother ball game. So this is why this is our final energy of Capricorn for all of us. We've got to sort things out, and we've got to sort things out properly. Sort things out properly, okay? We have to, because we can't heal, we can't recover, we can't become the freedom-loving person Aquarius wants us to be if we are carrying these burdens and these dramas into the month of, well, into the 28 days, the 30 days of Aquarius that we need to. So yeah, this is the weekend to deal with stuff that has been lingering for a while. And a reminder that I will be live Sunday morning, 9 a.m. South African time for Sunday Soul Service. And I really, right here on YouTube, and I really do hope that you will be able to join in. And if you can't join the live because of time zones, remember every alternate week, 1 week is morning service, 1 week is evening service. So this weekend coming is morning service, next weekend will be evening service to accommodate people on the other side of the planet. And if you can't watch the live, there is always the replay to just give yourself time to reconnect with your soul. Sending you all much love and many blessings. Have an amazing FriYAY, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Take care.